the
Yeah.
question?
The question is one that's a pretty good RP question. So basically, the question is, do you think that Blizzard will ever give love to RP players again, such as offering an instance of like Suramar that is not filled with Legion troops, or or doing anything at all with Gilneas, or possibly to build on that, my personal what I'd like to see is either the Forsaken repopulate Lordaeron, or take Lordaeron back. I think they already are, or it just being recolonized by the Alliance.
So they are taking back Lordaeron. At least that's what the questline seemed to suggest. We would have to probably wait and see how all of that is playing out in terms of Lordaeron, but all of this depends on whether or not Blizzard have realized yet who plays video games. Blizzard seems to be the one company that is completely blind to the majority of their gamers. Blizzard seems to have this weird notion that the majority of gamers in the world are hardcore players that love raids and Mythic Plus. We've done the numbers. We've crunched the numbers. We actually did it live on stream. If you break down the amount of accounts that have actually cleared the normal raid, we're just looking at the normal raid. We're not even looking at the heroic or the mythic, just the normal raid, because almost everyone would have done normal at some point, right? And then you look at the amount of accounts that actually do Mythic Plus, so the unique accounts that run Mythic Plus every single week, it's 10 to 15% of the entire player base of World of Warcraft. 80 to 85% of the player base of World of Warcraft are casual fucking players. Casual plebs wanting to do casual things in the game. Blizzard's answer to the casual player base have always been hand-me-downs from the hardcore player base. So once a raid is no longer current, it is handed down to the RP plebs so that they can go run it over and over and over again, hoping for that transmog to drop or hoping for that mount to drop. Blizzard's focus have always been on the hardcore player base. So they put a lot of effort into their Mythic Plus. They put a lot of effort into their raids. And then also every system that they ever design is built into the hardcore player base. So they're trying to push the hardcore player base really fucking to, this is all the content for you. And the truth is, like I said, it's not that big a portion of the community that actually care for hardcore content. So I would love to see more RP content for the WoW player base. And it's not hard, because for the most part, RP players play their own fucking game. If you give RP players the tools to make their own fun, they will fucking use those tools to make their own fun, right? It's what they do. Go to Final Fantasy. The housing system in Final Fantasy, it's like the ultimate casual system. The housing system in Final Fantasy serves a number of things. There are whorehouses, which is technically against TOS, but they still exist, right? If you wanted to have a good fucky time, there are people who actually build houses to be brothels, right? That's it. That's their entire shtick. The entire Free Company, which is their version of a guild, they run a brothel. There are nightclubs, literal people who build houses and turn it into nightclubs, right? They have, guys, it's fucking nuts. They have streamers on Twitch that stream music, DJs on Twitch that stream music in the nightclubs on the nights that they work. They have dancers, they have courtesans, they have barmen and staff, and these people are RPing themselves to fucking death, having the time of their life in the system, because the system provides tools, and the tools is what the RP players then use to RP. This is what they care about. Now, I would love to see systems like this for players in World of Warcraft that don't care for hardcore raids, that don't care for hardcore dungeons, that want to just have fun. You know, that's it. I just want to have fun. And it's not that difficult, because all you need to do is you have to provide them with the tools to have fun. And they will fucking go apeshit. Believe you me, they will go apeshit, because if the tools are there. Dude, I don't know if you guys have ever seen this. There's actual theater companies. Theater companies. I mean, FCs, which is their guilds, that put on theater plays in the housing district. Like, there are houses in the housing district that you can go to where theater plays are put up. And they do this every single week. They have people writing the scripts. Preach had an FC that did this for him, where they write the entire script for you, and they have music and scene transitions and like professionally produced scenes. And that's what they RP. They're actors, and they're stage actors, and they put on plays. It's what they RP, and it's what they love. So I think and WoW has so many RP players. Like, if you think about the little content that there is for RP players in World of Warcraft, and the amount of RP players that actually play World of Warcraft, it is criminal that there isn't more content for them. And I want to be clear, all of this comes from a non-RP player. I don't see the point in RP for myself. If you invited me to an RP session, I'd be like, go fuck yourself. Why would I do that? I can go play a million other games that's going to be a hell of a lot more fun than me typing in character about some bullshit in the game. So go type to yourself in your fucking character as much as you want. Leave me alone. I'll go play a different game. I'm not an RPer. I don't care about RP, but I do know that games are not about what I want. Games are for everyone. And if you want a successful game, you will design your game for everyone and make sure that everyone has a place in that game and everyone has the tools they need in order to enjoy the game the best they can. So yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I have to say I agree with that. I think Blizzard has really just gone full focus on the Mythic Plus and the just the very top like raiders. Pretty much ever since the whole World First thing, that's basically all they've been obsessed with, and everything else has just fallen to the wayside.
I think for Blizzard, it's basically always been that, right? That's what made World of Warcraft successful at the start, was because in all previous games, dungeons and raids and stuff like that were incredibly hardcore to get into. World of Warcraft's success was that it made raiding and dungeons easier to get into. I say easier with fucking capitals inverted and also fucking like inverted commas. It was easier, but not necessarily easy, but it was easier than Dark Age of Camelot, easier than something like Lineage 2, right? But it was easier. But World of Warcraft has never really had a massive casual sort of following, and the game's never been designed for the casual player base. But this is where you have to change with the times. Almost all other games figured this out. You know, there are games. EverQuest has a housing system, for the love of fuck, and that game is how old right now? You know, so other games very quickly figured out, wait a second, it really seems like casual is the way to go. You know, casual players want casual things. And it's important that we give casual players casual things, because they are the ones that will continuously play. They are your majority of your player base. They make up the majority of the players. So keeping them happy is far more important than keeping the fucking raiders happy. Like, this is why whenever people say, well, do you really want Blizzard to sacrifice a raid tier for housing? I'm like, yeah, why not? Sacrifice 2 if you need to. Oh, I don't want to piss off 15% of the player base. Go fuck yourself. You're pissing off 80% of the player base anyway. So how about you give something to 85% of the player base and fuck the 15% if that's what it takes. By the way, it doesn't. You don't need to sacrifice a raid tier in order to get housing. But, you know, Blizzard being stupid and not knowing how to plan, that's their argument. You can absolutely have all the raid tiers you need and also have housing. I'm just sick and tired of the only people ever catered to are the hardcore players, when the hardcore players are like, fuck all. Like, it's literally the top 15% players are the ones that get literally all of the attention. It's like, fuck that, man. Just fuck off. I don't want you to have all the attention because everyone else is suffering. Like, none of the rest of us are not enjoying the fucking game, right? But at least you get your new raids and your new dungeons whenever the fuck you need them, right? It's annoying, to say the least. But anyways, I won't keep bitching about it.
I'll send the next guy in.